Alright, moment of truth. Figured we'd do this together. The moment has finally arrived. D102 Financial Accounting. Now, anybody who's been following my videos or watching me knows that I've been on this course for going on 10 weeks, which is unusual. In a previous video, I said, I've said it a couple of times that everybody is different, you know? Some people will take math courses and knock them out in a few days, and some will take several weeks. Well, this was kind of the opposite of that for me. This course should have probably taken me a week or two, and I've been on it for almost 2.5 months. Close to half of my term has been dedicated to just this course. Now, as I said before, this course has a lot of echoes of D196, where there's just a ton of information to take in, and especially if you're brand new to accounting like I am, the course is just, there's so many new things and new concepts and things you have to memorize that in and of itself takes a long time. But I didn't start the course taking notes, and that was probably my downfall. I probably should have took notes because, like I said before, I can retain information a lot better if I'm writing it down. It helps me memorize it. I don't really know why, but I would recommend taking notes for this course because there's a ton of information. Now, I usually give you guys a timeline of sorts, but I don't really know how I'm going to do that this time because I just passed the OA probably like 15 minutes ago, but I have failed 2 OAs in this class so far. I think I took the first OA maybe 3 weeks into it, and then probably another 3 weeks after that I took the second OA, maybe even longer than that. I really don't know. My times have just blurred together because of this one course. But I guess the takeaway is I failed the OA twice in this. Now, I could probably make this video like 30 minutes long, but I'm going to try not to do that and just try to give you the key takeaways from this course. And what I would say is the key takeaway from this course is debits and credits. Imagine you have a house, okay? The foundation of that house is debits and credits in this course. If you don't know debits and credits, your whole entire house is going to fall apart. I would say that a good 75 to, I would even honestly say 80% of the questions in the OA are asked in the format of debits or credits. So let's say they ask you a question about inventory or about investing or about amateurization. I always have problems saying that. But they'll ask you questions about different units in this course, but they'll ask them in the format of debits and credits. They want you to answer, it's like, how would you write this in a journal entry? So if you don't know your debits and credits and you know which way to put it in the journal entry, you're going to get the question wrong. So that's the biggest thing I would say in this course is you have to know your debits and credits backwards and forwards, inside and out. Now, there's also an Excel portion in this course, but like other courses, it's the exact same as it is on the PA. And those Excel portions on the OA are important because they're points, you know? Like if you're not doing well in other sections, but you get all those right, it's pretty much just like if you can memorize it, you know, like it's exactly the same but with different numbers. So if you can memorize how they want it put into the Excel portion, it's just free points. So always make sure that you can nail the Excel portion at least, because it's almost like in a weird way like extra credit, the way I look at it anyway. So as somebody who's taken 3 different OAs for this one course, I can say pretty confidently that not all OAs are created equal. So for the first OA I took, both of my OAs I took, by the way, if I would have answered maybe, well, all 3 of them, I passed the third one, but the first 2 that I failed, if I would have answered 1 to 3 questions right, I would have ended up passing it. And I can say pretty confidently that they're not all created equal. You know, like the first 2 that I took felt much more difficult than the last one. I mean, granted, I've been studying a lot to prepare myself more for the third one, but it honestly seemed like the first 2 that I took had a lot more of the classic OA, WGU trick questions in it, you know. But I talked to my mentors and stuff like that, and what they told me is accounting questions are very sinister in WGU OAs. Like, they go above and beyond to try to trick you. And I know I'm a broken record, and I've said that a lot on other videos, but it always bears repeating, is you have to pay such close attention to what they're asking you, because they are just, it's like the Riddler. They're going above and beyond what's necessary to try to trick you to see if you're paying attention, which I don't really know if that's a good way to gauge somebody's intelligence on a topic. It's like, it seems like all these are just like a riddle. But anyway, that's the extent of my bitching that I'll do. I passed it, moving on. Really, as far as advice for this course goes, I mean, you just have to dive into it, and just learn the material. There's like 3 different cohorts, but there's a bunch of videos within all the sections that you can listen to. And they pretty much well go over all of the material that's covered in the OA and PA, but there's a bunch of those videos, so those in and of themselves are going to take a long time just to get through. And for some of the things that you don't do well on, I'll dive into the reading material a little bit. I didn't dive into the reading material a whole lot, but if you need help, I would suggest messaging the course instructor. All of them are pretty cool, and they'll try to help you out. Now, I'm hoping that maybe I just didn't prepare myself, or I took the course for granted. I didn't think it would be as hard as it was, and that's why it took me so long. I probably, like I said, should have taken notes from the beginning. I thought maybe I could just breeze through it, and apparently that wasn't the case. And both times, maybe I went into the OA a little bit too confident, and I should have studied a little bit more. I don't know. But it is what it is, and here we are. I have 7 weeks left until the end of my term, and I'm going to try to just go balls to the wall as hard as I can to try to knock as many out before the end of the term, because it seems like I might not get the degree done in 2 terms. But we're going to try. We're going to see how it goes. That's all I really have for this course. I mean, you just really just have to dive into it. There's a lot of material, so you just really just got to listen to the cohorts and watch all the videos. I will say that there's 2 brothers that do all the videos and all the units, and so one of them is very soft-spoken and has his audio to a normal degree, and there's one that, and they swap back and forth between all the videos. So one video, you'll get the brother that's kind of more softer spoken and his audio is normal, and then you'll get one where it's like Marty McFly in Back to the Future, where he cranks the amp up all the way. It's like it's blowing my hair back because of how loud it is. So if anybody from WGU sees this, fix the volume, because I've woken my wife and kids up from a booming, loud voice coming out of my speakers. But again, that's it for me. Just remember debits and credits. Spend a good amount of time learning your debits and credits, because it really is the foundation of this course. It's so important to answer all the questions. But that's all I have. I think the next one I'm going to do is taxation. I seen one of you guys post on one of the comments that you had your mentor move all your non-accounting courses, like front load all the non-accounting courses, and you knocked out all the kind of like gen ed, I guess you'd call them, courses, and you knocked all those out first. That way you could pile all of the accounting courses together. That way you're not really doing an accounting course and then doing like an English course and then doing another accounting course and then doing like a history course or math or whatever. That's a really smart idea. I think I'm going to try to do that and talk to my mentor to get him to front load all of the gen ed type courses. That way when it comes down time to accounting, I can focus just on accounting. So I think that was a really good suggestion, and I appreciate whoever suggested that. But that's all I have, and I'll see you guys in the next one.